でも、私はインターポールの捜査官よ。プライベートな感情より、シャドルーの壊滅が先。
Each of us are great fans of the Street Fighter franchise. We as a community love and cherish the arts and characters that Street Fighter give us. The variety of characters make us pick our favorites for battle. We might know their moves and their style of play, but do we know their background story? In this episode, we're going to focus on the story of Chun-Li. What is her background, and where is she now? You might be in for a surprise. Without further ado, let me welcome you to the Street Fighterverse. When Chun-Li was 5 years old, she watched her first Chinese classical play, Peking Opera, and her first Bruce Lee movie, both of which fascinated her and also contributed to her decision to learn martial arts. Tai Chi was the first thing she learned. However, the movements of Tai Chi were radically different from those in Peking Opera. She continued learning Hong Shuang, as well as basic exercises from her father and Master Gen soon after. With that, Chun-Li's knowledge of Chinese martial arts increased rapidly. Chun-Li's primary fighting technique was the kick. It was something Chun-Li learned from her father, who was also known for having legendary legs. Chun-Li continued to develop her kick attacks by incorporating techniques from a variety of fighting styles, ultimately developing her own style. In the years following, Chun-Li became a detective to locate her father when she was a teenager. Afterward, she followed in her father's footsteps and became a narcotics investigator for ICPO, also known as International Criminal Police Organization, also known as Interpol, working as the organization's anti-Shadowloo investigator. Chun-Li was known as the black sheep of the ICPO, as she was investigating Shadowloo for the illegal sales of narcotics and weapons. When said evil organization got their hold of the high-ups of Interpol, in Street Fighter Alpha 2, after a friendly spar with an old teacher and a friend of her father, Jen, he gives her a clue about who might have killed her father, the mysterious crime syndicate Shadowloo. Finding its leader, M. Bison, she demands he tell her what happened to her father. She was surprised when Bison attacked her and made quick work of her, then flew away. The ending of Street Fighter Alpha Warriors' Dreams shows M. Bison hitting Chun-Li in the stomach with a Psycho Punisher before escaping. M. Bison's escape to Thailand is briefed to Chun-Li in a hospital bed as she wakes up. In the retcon Street Fighter Alpha 2, after a battle against M. Bison, he retreats to his jet in the sky. Before he leaves, he reveals that he was responsible for her father's death. Later, at the China branch Interpol headquarters, Chun-Li is appointed special investigator of Shadowloo. With tear in her eyes, the last she swore to ever shed, Chun-Li swore vengeance. In Street Fighter Alpha 3, to take down Shadowloo, Chun-Li teamed up with US Air Force member Charlie Nash. Then she ran into someone she would never had expected. It was Guile, Charlie's good friend and fellow lieutenant. Chun-Li learned Bison had tricked the Air Force into canceling the planned bombing of the Shadowloo base, and rushed over to tell the two soldiers they had been tricked and had no choice but to destroy the base themselves. The three of them went to the Shadowloo base in Thailand to plant bombs around the base, while Charlie and Guile went in to destroy the Psycho Drive. But Guile then ran out, rushing over to Chun-Li and telling her that Charlie had told them to get away. Meanwhile, Ryu was fighting with M. Bison. Chun-Li noticed a young girl escaping with several others, who turned out to be Cammy. Guile later told her that Charlie was inside the Shadowloo base when the explosion occurred, causing his death in the process. Chun-Li managed to shut the Shadowloo evil empire down, despite her initial disappointment at the paucity of evidence for Shadowloo's crimes. In Street Fighter 2, after Chun-Li received an invitation to the second World Warrior tournament, she discovered that Bison had apparently survived Thailand's destruction. As a result, her main motive was to destroy Shadowloo and avenge her father once again. During the tournament, Chun-Li and her allies fought through the forest against Bison. During their battle with Bison, Chun-Li was able to deliver the decisive blow to M. Bison. In response to Guile's command to surrender, Bison uses all of his psycho power to create a huge explosion, causing everyone to flee. Chun-Li and the other fighters who tried to stop the dictator survived. Despite no evidence being shown to prove that the cataclysm actually occurred, the government investigated Shadowloo's base exhaustively after Bison apparently committed suicide and concluded that Bison and the other bosses had also died. After her visit to her father's grave, Chun-Li prays to him that his death has been vindicated. After Chun-Li finally defeating M. Bison, Shadowloo's eventual collapse wouldn't be far off. From there, Chun-Li would move on to be a young single girl. From Super Street Fighter 2 onward, she is given a choice between the life of a single girl or to continue being a detective. Pre-Street Fighter 4, Chun-Li is seen moving on with her life. as a young single girl, keeping herself busy by working at an eatery or by traveling. She reminisces the memories and the fights that took place during Street Fighter II. She admits to herself that the life she expected wasn't all she would imagine it would be. Chun-Li finds her inner strength re-weakened as she finds herself back into action, presumably to continue tracking down Shadowloose's movements, and Bison, as well as the SIN organization. Chun-Li, Guile, and Cammy are summoned to a theme park to stop the rampage of Juri, an operative from Shadowloose's weapon division SIN, who is wreaking extreme havoc. While Guile and Cammy evacuate trapped civilians, Chun-Li goes ahead to look for more survivors. Chun-Li reaches Juri as she executes a rogue SIN agent. Chun-Li squares off against Juri, but is unable to land a significant strike on her. Juri grabs Chun-Li's arm before twisting it in an arm lock. Chun-Li escapes by kicking Juri's leg and retreating with the air Kikoken before Juri blocks with one hand. Juri takes advantage, as Chun-Li is distracted by a little boy whose mother was injured by Juri's attack. Juri rushes in with a kick to Chun-Li's solar plexus, blasting her into a wall before crashing to the ground. But before Juri can execute her, she is forced to flee when Guile and Cammy arrive. Due to her artificial eye malfunctioning, injured and losing consciousness, Chun-Li mentions to Cammy about the little boy and his mother. Chun-Li is hospitalized with multiple injuries all over her body, but upon recovery, Chun-Li is back to investigating Juri and her connections to SIN on a laptop from her hospital bed. Guile and Cammy go to confront Juri, while Chun-Li monitors the SIN base and movements. Guile later informs Chun-Li about their failure to apprehend Juri. In the Street Fighter IV series, donning her outfit, she returns to Interpol and teams up with Guile and Cammy to take down SIN and discover what really happened to N. Bison. After she recovers from being defeated by Juri Han, she enters the new international fighting tournament to take down SIN once and for all. On her way, she is approached by Abel, who is searching for any leads on the Shadowloo organization. During the tournament, she also pursues Jen, who is also participating, for more answers about her father's death. Jen refuses, and she is unable to force him. She then confronts C. Viper and almost blows her cover because Viper was impeding her investigation. Later, she encounters Juri once more, whom she tries to arrest, and although she is able to defeat her, she is unable to bring her into custody. Infiltrating the SIN dam facility, she is trapped when Vega activates the base's self-destruct sequence. She is protected from the ensuing collapse by Jen and is eventually rescued by Guile and Abel. This is part 1 of Chun-Li's Street Fighter story. Be on the lookout for the second part of the Street Fighter's favorite female character. What did you like about Chun-Li's story? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on new theories and info. Thank you for watching. This has been your Street Fighter host. Welcome to the center stage. Our new Discord server. There you can talk with us, chat about current events going on in Street Fighter, information, theories, and lore. We'll leave the link in the description box below. We want to thank everyone for tuning in and becoming part of the Street Fighter community. We want to thank you for your positive comments towards our channel because it only habilitates us to grow even more. From the Street Fighterverse crew, we thank you.